I'm afraid that I've done something wrong and now I feel so bad. I'm sure I did something wrong, but I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. Who can help me? My story. Almost a year ago, I fell in love. Eric and I kissed twice at parties. We spent the night talking and cuddling. He's incredible, I liked him. I felt like we had a lot in common, like tastes in movies and music. We corresponded for months. I tried not to be sad that he didn't ask me out, but he didn't. And at the next party, I got drunk and called him a fool as I sat on his lap without specifying the reasons why. It was tongs because I thought he'd ask why and I'd tell stupid that I was crazy about him. He said he understood and didn't approach me again. After that, we barely spoke to each other. But he did wish me a happy birthday with just a couple words, and I wrote him a huge message saying how wonderful he was and how happy I was to be friends with him. I thought this was my way of drawing him closer to me, but I did not see a huge desire to communicate with me from his side. We texted very rarely. At the next party, I got drunk again. He probably didn't like to see me like that. And he wouldn't talk to me. Well, I didn't bother him either. He's not much of a talker. I'm more the opposite, I like to talk. At one point, he came up as I was being hugged by some guy we knew in common. He asked me how I was doing. I told him to go hug his women. He replied that he wasn't hugging or kissing anyone. And he hugged me. And then he left. That night he tried to socialize, I think. But I out of spite a little scolded. At one of our company meetings, he said that women are illogical. I indignantly asked him to clarify what he meant. He replied that women love and hate. You can't understand them. Not a conversation, but some small lines. Now, of course, it seems silly. A couple of days ago, I was unbearably sad after a bad date with another fan. The guy was not interesting at all. I kept waiting for Eric to give me some kind of signal that he had something for me. I was thinking about him, but I never heard from him. At the last party, he didn't talk to me once. I realized he didn't feel anything for me at all. At home, I unsubscribed from all of his pages and walked out of our mutual conversation on our shared activity. I secretly hoped he would ask what was wrong, make conversation, and I'd answer that I was in love with him. But he figured it out, and now he probably thinks I'm inadequate, if he even noticed. And now I feel really bad, mostly because I made up a love story out of nothing. I mean, he never promised me anything. I'm probably left in his mind as an unstable fool. I've been exercising regularly for 2 years, and a couple months ago I enrolled in a course. But it doesn't help me get away from thinking about him. I think about him all the time. The feelings don't go away. I keep going over and over in my head, remembering. I guess I still have a little faith that he had something for me. But if he really liked me, he'd have let me know 100 times. But that doesn't matter. I wonder what I had to do to make my image in his mind worthy. How could I have tried to evoke some emotion from him? That's the question I'm asking myself. And what can I do now to stop crying for days on end? And I'm crying. I'm bitter that he's not interested in me. On the one hand, at least I don't expect anything from him anymore. No likes, no messages. I don't see his avatar in my feed. But on the other hand, I'm sorry that I'm in such a pathetic position that I have to childishly delete myself to try to forget him. I lost on all fronts. I've lost. He doesn't need me. Maybe he doesn't know why he was deleted. He probably doesn't care. I don't have to tell anyone. I don't have to explain. If I have to meet again in a company, it will be difficult for me to communicate with everyone, but I'll have to pretend to be indifferent. I'll have to forget about the story, but it's hard. That's how I invented love and hoped I could be loved. But I didn't. I didn't touch his heart. I'm so hurt. He's really in my heart. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please.